Okay, hello. This is Michael Anthony Clarke. I'm here doing a fitness app proposal or pitch for my class here. All right, and what I wanted to talk about is the fact that if you look at a lot of fitness apps these days and how people actually train at the gym or at their house, rather it be with their own weights or equipment or go to the gym. Let's start out with the equipment at their house. A lot of people I've noticed buy equipment online or from Google or from YouTube or not YouTube, excuse me, from like Amazon or something like that, right? And they just get started and they kind of after like a month or two or more or less they throw the equipment in the closet or whatever, right? When it comes to gyms, people go to the gym and they get kind of lost sometimes. They don't know what equipment to use. What's the weight that they can start out with, right? What type of equipment gives you the best results, etc. So I want a result driven and graduation driven type app, right? Um, for example, let's say, and also let's have it shrink down to the person's capability and ability for their individual body type and needs. For example, if you have high blood pressure, if you have a small body type, if you have a bigger body type, if you have health problems, right? We kind of want to zone in on this and focus on the individual themselves and their needs, right? Uh, let's talk about people going to the gym. When people go to the gym, they don't know. Sometimes they don't know where to start. What kind of exercises to do? If I should start with cardio, should I start with a treadmill? Should I run? Right? Should I start with lifting weights? Right? We want a plan that's mapped out for each individual. This would not only include images, but also video YouTube links to properly use the equipment so you don't hurt yourself or get injured, right? So continuing on, that is my main goal, and we're going to set up. I also would like to set up certain types of graduation periods. Let's say, okay, you accomplished your goal from A to Z, right? And now you graduated. That's excellent. That's wonderful. You feel good about yourself. Let's move on to the next step. You went from 25-pound weights. Now you're going up to 30-pound weights. And that's something that keeps people coming back. So the app itself is going to be written in Kotlin, right? That's the main purpose of the app. Not purpose, excuse me. I'm sorry. The app itself is going to be written in Kotlin, programming language off the Android Studio, right? And the app is called Fitness Striker, right? So you can strike off little points and graduation points, etc. Right? I personally love the name. It's going to have a full blown interface. You start out with creating an account. We have the login screen. Well, first off, we got a splash screen, and then we have a login screen. A login screen has three buttons: either login if you already have an account, create a new account, update profile information, right? On top of that, it's got a create new account option. Let's say, for example, we don't have that. Update information is like, for example, if you forget your password, user information, or if you just want to update it in general, right? It's going to use authentication Firebase as its back end. Its front end is going to be just regular old Kotlin, right? And other things like that. Moving on is we have the Fitness Striker sign up page. You use your email, password, confirm password, so you make sure that's the right password. First name, last name, phone number, sign up. Now the thing that I wanted to do with this, right? I wanted to send an email verification. For example, let's say you use an email, but you kind of messed up on it or something, or didn't get it 100% right. So the email verification is to make sure that it's not only it's the exact user that you claim to be, right? It's the exact email address, and so we have no complications, right? I know certain types of apps they make you pay for them, and it would be very frustrating to sign up with an app with a false email or email that you thought was accurate. What I mean by false is you thought it was accurate and you messed up on a few letters or whatever, because emails are long, bunch of letters and numbers, etc. Right? So that, not only that, we can send password update information to your email, etc. Right? Just keeping everything 100% secure. Okay, and that's what this demonstrates right here. Is we're going to send an email verification to your email link. Yeah, you will not be able to sign in unless you complete the email link. Because what's the point of making an account, right, without getting it verified, showing the information and who you are, right? It's going to have a main screen, welcome. Yes, with your profile picture, etc. You can set up everything there. Nonetheless, we're going to have a questionnaire, like you see here, where it kind of zones in and on the person and who they are and what they can handle, right? Which is a feature we were talking about earlier. So basically, we were saying that we want to make it so that individual has a certain type of workout and graduation points to move up, etc. Right? Here's where we talked about a personalized gym plan. So like, you don't want to go to the gym and be lost and say, well, I'm going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and feel like you're accomplishing nothing. This plan will be zoned into what the individual's needs are, and we're going to use artificial intelligence to make that happen. All right. And we talked about YouTube's, right? I want to use a YouTube channel that or either make one or find one that's out there that we can add to the application, so people know how to work out without hurting their backs, legs, arms, knees, or just injuring themselves in general. The technology stack, let's moving on to the technology stack. So like it says, Android Studio, Kotlin, XML, UI, Firebase authentication, cloud storage for images and videos, etc. And we could work, I'm familiar with Mongoose, MongoDB, we could work with all that. Anyways, that's the end of my pitch. This is Michael Clarke once again doing my fitness tracker pitch, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.